So you're welcome to another edition of the Python programming tutorials. This particular tutorial is going to focus on data types, and we are focusing on strings because we have a lot of data types. For the intro, we'll be dealing with integers. We'll also be dealing with floats. We'll be dealing with Boolean. And for today, we are dealing with strings. And this tutorial is brought to you by Obed. And when we talk about strings are what in programming? So basically, when you talk about strings, we are saying that a string is a series of characters, and actually anything inside quotes is considered as a string in Python. Yes, so but in Python, one thing that you have to take note is that you can use single or double quotes around your strings, like what we have over here. So we do have this is a string. It's acceptable in Python. We have it in the double quotes, as you are seeing. We have it in double quotes, and also have this is also a string. We have it in single quotes. It's also acceptable in Python programming language. So any character or characters that we see in between or inside double quotes and also that of single quotes in Python, they are strings. Okay. Now, one thing that you can do with respect to strings is to change their keys. So we have changing keys in a string with methods, and we can only achieve that, or we can do that by using some inbuilt methods. That makes work easier in Python to do that. So we are saying that one of the simplest tasks you can do with strings is change the keys of the words in a string. So I have a piece of code over here. There is a variable that is my name. I have obj over here. Then I have print, and I have my name dot title. So I'm going to print my name, that is obj, but with this obj representing over here, I have dot title, and I have the bracket over here, the parentheses over here, actually. So what are this particular line of code tells us? Now we are saying that in this example, the variable name refers to the lowercase string obj. Yes, so that's what we are seeing over here. That's the variable name, and it represents this. But there is a method called over here, which we will move deeper in our subsequent tutorials coming. So this is just a basic one. So we'll talk more about method, but actually we want to achieve the changing of the keys. That's why we are introducing methods over here. So there's a method called, so the method title, the method over here is known as what? Title. So we have title and we have what? Parentheses. So the method title appears after the variable in the print call. Actually, print is also a method that is like print is going to print something to the screen, right? So, and we are supposed to, whenever you call a method, we are supposed to feed it with some arguments. In some methods, you can leave it like that without feeding it with any arguments. And so this title has no argument in there. And we are saying that what actually is a method? A method is an action that Python can perform on a piece of data. So I have a piece of data over here, obj, and I really want something to be performed on that piece of data. What do I want? I want the keys of this actually to be changed to a sentence case. That is, my first letter should be a capital. My first letter of each word should be a capital, and therefore I'm bringing the title method. Now, before bringing this method over here, we have a dot, and so we are saying that the dot after my name, the dot after my name in my name.title tells Python to make the title method act on the variable name. And this is the variable name, that is what my name, and my name is containing a value that is what obj. So title is going to act on this value. We are saying that title method perform an action on this value. After performing the action, go ahead and do print it. So we are saying that every method is followed by a set of parentheses because methods often need additional information to do their work. Exactly, but that information is provided inside the parentheses. Yes, that information is provided over here. The title function doesn't need any additional information, as we are saying. So its parentheses are empty. So we are going to do more. We also have, apart from the title, we have what we call the upper, and also have what we call the lower. So we are going to do some demo on this case changing shortly. Then we also have using variables and strings. So actually, what you see over here, this is just a string. You don't have a variable inside this particular string. But this time around, we are going to embed variable into a string like this. That's what we have over here, using variables and strings. Now you might want two variables to represent a first name and also a last name respectively. And then want to combine those values to display someone's full name. An example, for instance, I have my variable first name to be what? Obed. It's a string. Last name to also be the what? A J. Now, I actually want to go ahead and print these two names, but I want to combine it. Okay, what? In our previous tutorial, we used what we demonstrated something like, we did something around concatenation. Then we also did something, you can check on the previous, you can check the previous one. We introduced, that is the F string, and we are reintroducing it because we want to explain it further. Okay. All right. So if you want to join, you have variables. If you want to bring two variables together, or three, actually two or more, you want to place it into what? A string. Actually, what you have over here, you can type something over here because we have the double quote. So everything over here seems to be what? A string. So you can have your double quotes and start like, this represents your name inside over here. Then you have this, the first name, it brings out what? Obed. The last name, it brings out what? AG. But you can only do this, you can embed variables in what? A string easily by using the F string over here that we are seeing, the F format. Okay, so we have another variable name over here, full name. Full name is equal to what? We have the F, then we introduce our double quotes, then we bring in what? The variable over here, then also bring the variable name over here. As I said earlier on, you can type something inside the quotes. So I can type, okay, this is your full name. So I bring the F, I introduce my first double quote, I type, this is your full name, I introduce my curly braces, then I have my variables in there. Finally, I can go ahead and print what's my full name. So we are saying that to insert a variable's value into a string, place the letter F immediately before the opening quotation mark. Put braces around the name or names of any variable. That is what you are saying you want to use inside the string. This string is actually what you are saying, the F that we have over here is for format. Okay. All right. So apart from using variables and strings, which we'll be doing some demo quite shortly, you can also do something on adding white space to strings with tabs or new lines. So to add a tab to your text, use a character combination. That is your slash, you have your T as shown. So you have the print, you have your slash over your T. This represents what? A tab. Okay? It's like you are working on your normal word processor, you introduce a tab. And you also have the new line. New line basically means what? Enter, move to the next line. So to add a new line in a string, use the character combination, your slash, you have your N over here. So print languages, come to the next line, Python, come to the next line, C programming, come to the next line, that is what? JavaScript. Now you can also combine tabs and new lines in a string or in a single string. The string slash N slash T, whereby the N represents your new line, the T represents your tab, tells Python to move to a new line and start the next line with what? A tab. That is what we are seeing over here. Language slash N slash T, Python N, so it follows in what? In that order. Okay. All right. So let's jump into our IDE and our PyCharm, and let's do some demonstration. Okay, based on what we just illustrated. Okay. All right. So I have my PyCharm over here, and we are going to start with something. So we are seeing that is comments. So changing. So we have changing strings, changing strings to let's say we have what? Uppercase, we have title case, and also we have lower case. All right. Okay. So we have changing strings to uppercase, title case, and also a lower case. So we introduce our variable. So we have, sorry, we have first name. Okay. So let me say, okay, first name of student. That's a variable name. Then we have we have let's say Kwame. I'm going to use a lowercase. We have Kwame Asa. Okay. We have our second variable, that is a middle name. Then I'm going to do that with starting with a capital letter Y. I have the Yao. Then I have other name, that is the G. Okay, so I have my variables over here, and let's start with the title. That is the title case. Actually, I want to start. I want to print this out, but it should come with a capital K and also a capital A. Okay, so print. I'm going to print this particular variable. That is what first name of student. It pops up over here. Then I use the dot to call my method title. Okay. All right. So I have it over there. Then, so this one is going to print Kwame answer, but the first one is going to show capital K. The second is going to show what capital what A. We are going to demonstrate all the case changing method. So I'm going to print the next one. I'm going to do the same thing to, let's say, the first thing, that is the first name. I'm still going to print the first name, but this time around, I want everything to be in what? Uppercase. So I select what? Upper. We are dealing with strings. Then I have my print also. I want everything to be in lowercase. So this time around, let me see. I'm going to print, I have middle name. So middle name, lowercase. All right. So we are going to execute this shortly. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, so that's what we are seeing. We have title, capital K-A. We have the upper, we have the Kwame and Son, then we have the lower for this one. That is the middle name. We have the what? Lower case is all over here. That is small y, A, and also what? W. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is that we are going to store, that is we are going to store names, that is this particular one, this first name of student, the title. We are going to save this particular information over here into a variable. Then when we do that, we are going to use the F string to print to the screen to see how the F format works actually. So let's bring a comment over here. Okay. So we are saying that our first name of student dot title is going to be stored in a variable. Okay. All right. Now we are going to use the F string to print to screen. Okay, sure. All right. So we have another variable that is change title. All right, so change title equals to first name of student dot title. Okay, all right. Now we are going to see that print what? So print, we introduce this, we introduce our double quotes, we bring our what? Our F format. Now we are going to say that print chain title, we can add other stuff to it. So we are saying, okay, print chain title, because it's a variable, we are going to introduce the curly braces. So we are going to introduce this. So change title, okay? So I'm going to combine all these names. So print Kwame and San Yao, and also what? AJ. But the Kwame and San is going to come in a form of what? Title, because I'm actually going to print what? The chain title. So I'm not printing the first name of student, because chain title is holding this particular value. And this value that we have over here is first name of student, that is Kwame and San, and we are applying the method to it. So we are going to have this thing over here, Kwame and San. So I'm going to print Kwame and San. I'm also going to print another variable, that is middle name. I'm also going to print another variable, that is other name. And as I said earlier on, you can add text to this. You can say that, sorry, so we have other name. Okay. So you can say that you can put something over here and say, this is your full name. Okay, this is your full name. So you're just going to run this. Okay, so let's execute what we have over here. All right, so what do you see over here? So this is your full name. We have the chain title, that is this. We have the Kwame and San. Then we have the middle name, that is the Yao, and we also have the other name, that is what AJ. Okay, so that's what we have over here. Now let's move on to, that is the tab and also the new line. Let me quickly go to the PowerPoint that we shared. So we are just going to, okay, so let me copy this. And I will type, so we have, okay, all right, so print, you have this, so this one is going to show what's a tab. Okay, all right, so let's execute this. Look at where the outputs, all these things, look at, just take a close look. I'm just going to run this for you to see how the Python will be represented. So I have this. Let me execute this. Okay, so there is what? A tab, a space. Okay, all right. Now we do that for also the introducing the new line. It's like we are pressing enter key to move to the next line. Okay, so move to the next line. We paste the line of code. All right, so this is what we are going to execute. So we are saying that languages will come. The next line will be what? Python. The next line will be the C programming language. And the next line will be what? JavaScript. Okay, so take note how it's being represented. You have your languages. It's like in the form of, yes, in double quotes. It will also work in what? Single quotes. String. Now you go ahead and run it. Okay, so we have languages, Python, C, JavaScript. And we also have the new line. You introduce what? A tab. We also have, so as we did over here, the first one, we said that you can also have slash, you have your T. Okay, all right, so we can run this. Okay, so that's what we have over here. So we have languages over here. Then we have a tab, that is what? Python. Then we come to what? New line, that is what? The C programming language. Then also another line, that is what? The JavaScript. Okay, all right, so this is the end of this particular tutorial that is basically focusing on what? Strings, and we are going to do more. This is not the only information that you need concerning what? Strings. Okay, so after watching this video, we will appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, because we have a lot of Python tutorials or videos for you. Thanks very much for watching this, and always remember that the E2E library really have some good stuff for you. Okay.